Happy Friday, Freedom Family. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for our Friday recharge. So, today I want to talk about Ephesians 5:1. Ephesians 5:1 says, "Be imitators of God as beloved children." The reason why I want to bring this verse before you is because we tend to talk a lot about the fact that our faith is not a faith that is built on works. We say that we are not saved by works, but we are saved by grace through faith. But when you hear these words that Paul wrote, when he says, "Be imitators of God as beloved children," what do you hear? Well, the first thing that you hear is works, because it says, "Be imitators of God." And when you think about imitating somebody, you think about doing, that is working or doing what it is that they do. So if God is love, I'm going to work at being loving like he is. If God is gracious, I'm going to work at being gracious like he is. If God is just, I'm going to work at being just like he is. Be imitators of God as beloved children. But then I had a question. When I think about this verse, what are we really supposed to be getting? Are we supposed to be getting that we are to be just like God? The answer is yes. But what I think is interesting about this verse is the motivation that is included in the verse. When Paul writes this verse, he says, "Be imitators of God as beloved children." He does not just say be imitators of God. He gives us a reason. He gives us a why, and he gives us a how. He says, be imitators of God. Why? Because you are beloved children. Woo! That's big. Be imitators of God because of the fact that you are loved by God. But he also gives us a how. Be imitators of God as is the how, as beloved children. So we are to imitate God as people who are loved by God. The reason why I think that that's important is because how often are we working to get God's love? How often are we working to get God's approval? How often are we working to say, "God, look, I'm doing the thing that you want me to do," but last time I checked, our righteousness in and of ourselves is not good enough. So when Paul says be imitators of God as beloved children, what he's encouraging us to do is start with love. Start with the fact that we are loved by God, and let every single solitary thing that we do for God and for people flow out of the fact that God loves us. We cannot imitate God if we do not understand how he works and is and relates and behaves toward us. And so when he says be imitators of God as beloved children, what he's saying is first, be loved by God. And out of this love that God has given to you, out of the affection that he has toward you, then you imitate that in the earth. So I just encourage you to be imitators of God this weekend, but do it as people who are loved by him. I love y'all. Have a good weekend. See y'all soon.